Mic check, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Hey, welcome back to Auto Transport Intel Cars on the Move at noon Central Time on Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. We got a special guest. We have an interesting show. Check this out. Live at the Guard Shack. There's Ty. We'll be right back with Ty. And please do say hello in the live chat. Please do remember to like and share. You can grab that YouTube link. Click the share button, click the copy button. We're going to be live for the next 30 minutes. Carriers, dealers, auctions on Cars on the Move. This is a cool episode because today we have a special guest. We have CARS Recon. I'm also going to check my audio here. It looks like it's a little low. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. You can hear me okay? Maybe a little bit loud now. Check, check. Also, go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, become an ATI insider. Talk to Ty, join the network, get information. Are you looking for a dispatcher? You think you're looking for a load board? You want to talk about running lanes? Actually, I had several questions this week during Tuesday Nights Live, Wednesday DOT, Thursday Dispatching. We had people asking those questions. Dispatching, DOT questions, whatever you're looking for. Hey, what's going on in the live chat? Silvermint, how's it hanging? I'm on a one and done hit and run off of Central Craigslist. Very good. Very good. Carlos Braxton says hello. What's up, ACB Logistics in the house? Kimberly is here. What's going on, Jay and Ty? Let's bring him up in here. Ty, what's going on, man?
I'm in the guard shack at America's Auto Auction, Kansas City, Missouri. Right behind, see that? That's the screen to the auction. That's where I get my numbers for this week's sale. So this week's sale, we almost... right out of 800 cars, 61%. Last week, if you guys remember, we were right around 800 cars, right around 60%. So we're about the same. It's kind of cooling off a little bit as far as the price of the used cars, but the auction's still popping, and anything above a 50% of a sale is amazing. So the prices are still high, cars are still selling, and somebody has to move them. Okay, so we got special guests. Let's talk about it. I'm excited.
I know, right? Okay, so we're going to bring them in here in a second. We've got Becky and Damien from CARS Recon. CARS Recon, we met them at Car Conference, a few weeks ago in Vegas?
Yep.
CARS Recon is a company, and I think that they're going to verify this, that they work with auctions, all types of auctions, from large to small, right? From the conglomerate to the independent. And the auction provides the location, they provide the staff and experience to handle the detailing, the reconditioning, remarketing. That's a big aspirin because they take care of those things.
It sounds like it, but it also, you used a word that I like a lot, which I think is auction. And I think if I heard you right, they're actually at an auction just like me. Is that right?
Yeah, they're actually at 2 auctions. Check this out. I'm bringing them in right now. Here's Damien. Here's Becky. We can see you. We can hear you. Can you see and hear us okay?
Yeah, I can see you,
I can see you.
Now, do me a favor. Tilt the phone. Both of you do this. Yeah, tilt the phone back again. And then there we go. There we go. Hey. I don't know why I did that, but it was sideways. But you're good now. Okay. Damien got here first. We're going to say hello to Damien. Damien, please say hello and tell us a little bit more about you and CARS Recon.
I am Damien Clayton. I'm the location manager in Memphis, Tennessee. Basically, my job is to ensure that all vehicles done by CARS Recon meet and exceed their standards for our clients, making sure we live up to the expectations that we set back in 2003 when we first opened.
Perfect. So Damien's at Memphis Auto Auction, and Becky, please say hello and tell us a little bit more about you, CARS Recon, and where you're at.
Hi there. I'm Becky Anderson, and I'm the Director of Client Services at CARS Recon. And we partner with auto auctions all over the nation to provide labor, management, and materials for different services at the auction. Probably the most popular, probably our paint and body shops and our detail shops, but there's several other services that we can offer to the auction to just help take some of the burden off of them and let them concentrate on selling cars and let us do what we're good at.
How long did you guys say you've been around?
Well, I've been with CARS Recon all together going on 11 years.
So you've been around a while. How
Yes,
long?
I've been
How
around.
long?
Wow, about 18 years.
18, 11. So how many auctions are you guys in currently across the United States?
12. No,
12?
auctions or states. It's 12 states.
12 states.
Yeah.
How many auctions?
We have, I'm gonna have to do the math quick, Ty. Put me on the spot. I believe we have 13 auction locations, and we've got a couple of dealer services that we do as well.
So here's
there's
the
your
map.
And some of those will have both, we'll have detail shops and paint and body shops as well.
Right. So you go to the auction, you say, what's your biggest pain point?
That's right.
Is it recon? Is it detail? And the auction tells you, man, my detail crew stinks. Can you help me fix this? That's how it works.
Well, yeah, and it's not so much maybe that their detail crew stinks, but we're just gonna be able to provide that labor and the management and all the materials. We're gonna use the space provided to us by the auction. We're here in Birmingham, and this is the detail shop behind me, and this is the auctions building, but we provide all of like I said, we provide the employees. We have a manager here, and this is what we're good at, and we can manage this to where we can make some money, the auction can make some money, and they don't have to worry about this part of it.
Wow. And it's an important part of the process, because
Absolutely.
as the transport guys, we pick it up from somewhere, whether that's a repo yard, a dealership, a bank, who knows. We pick it up, we bring it to the auction, it gets checked in the auction, and this is first step traditionally, I think, is are we going to detail this, right?
Right. Well, yeah, they're going to get it checked in and find out if it needs, what the car needs, whether it's body
Right.
work, if it needs to be detailed,
Mechanical work or
yeah,
anything like that.
mechanical.
Right. Well, we learned
And
a good word. Go ahead. Keep going.
I was going to say, we do that too. Like I said, paint and body shops and detail shops are probably the most popular, services that the auction needs and that we provide to them. But we do mechanical inspections. We can help with lot operations, with arbitration, and even operations consulting. So, some of the smaller auctions may not need a whole crew in there doing detail work, or they might not, that might not be something they need all the time, and it's not consistent enough to have somebody come in and do it. But they may need help with reporting and with tracking and making sure that they're not just losing money on their operations.
You just said something that made me think, did you watch the Auction Academy show?
Absolutely. I did.
Have you been to that?
I have not been through Auction Academy. CARS has supported Auction Academy from the beginning. And so we are a huge supporter of them and sponsor them, and always try to help out wherever we can with Auction Academy. But after that show, I wanted to, I was like, enroll me in the next class.
Just as long as you can get CAR to go ahead and pay for the tuition, right?
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Well, the reason I brought that up was because the way you're talking, you're saying you're not just providing a detail service. You're not just providing a recon service, but the way you're talking, that's what made me think of the shows, because you're talking from every part of the auction. You guys as a company have knowledge. Is that fair?
Right. That's correct. And so our president and CEO, Ron Hope, he has been in the auction industry, not literally his whole life, but I'm going to say his whole life, for a very, very long time. And he has worked for the auctions, and obviously he's had CARS Recon for 18 years. and he's really worked in every aspect of the auction and has tons of knowledge. Also, along with most of our staff, most everyone we have has been with us for a long time, and some of them have worked in the auctions before, some of them have been in the car industry in one way or another, but there's a lot of knowledge on our team, and a lot of people, it's not just detailing, it's not just paint and body. We just have a lot that we can offer to the auction.
Yeah. Now, do you travel much, or do you kind of have your like a territory?
I travel. I cover all the territory.
All of it.
So
you're getting leads to auctions.
Oh,
and then
you mean
go,
as a company?
yeah.
We'll go wherever. So our home office is in Tennessee. It's in Franklin, Tennessee, just south of Nashville. But we're in auctions in Portland, Oregon. We're in Arizona. We're in Pittsburgh, Chicago. Obviously, we're here in Alabama, and Damien's in Memphis. So we'll go anywhere. We go all over. It's just we just have to find that need and see what the auction needs and how we can help them.
Yeah. Well, and that's a nice segue into what we talk about when we have new guys that want to become a car hauler.
Okay.
We need to talk to the car dealer to find out what his needs are and can we help him. And I think I just heard you say the same thing, except you're talking to the auction. Although you did say you guys service dealerships as well. Is that true?
So, and not so much, not like franchise dealerships, but we've done some things with either, like JD Byrider. We work in some of their locations, and we've done some things with Carvana. And so there are services that we provide outside of the auction, but as far as, at dealerships, we're not at.
You're not really locked in on that.
Franchise
Primarily
dealerships.
auctions. Okay.
That's
Got
right.
it. Well, it's still the same principle. If you talk to the customer, the potential customer, and you find out what their needs are, and if you can meet their needs with your product or service, there you go. Right. So somebody
Right,
has
and
to talk to somebody. Is what
goal.
I'm saying. Yeah. Good.
That's-
Jay, where are you at? Did we lose Jay?
Check. No, I
there he is.
muted myself because I was typing. You can hear me. I can hear you. And I was looking at the website, and okay, so here we go. I was looking for a list of stuff. You guys can hear me and see me all right?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Damien. Okay, so we got detailing, mechanical inspections, paint and body repair, sale arbitration, lot operations, consulting, headlight restoration. That's quite a list. Encapsulated, I was thinking auto remarketing.
Absolutely.
We get the question. I think actually we don't get the question because there's empty thought bubbles or confused thought bubbles. Hey, what's auto remarketing? Hot potato.
How much time do you have?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those. What is that? Right? What is it? What's auto remarketing in a nutshell?
Well, I've got my input. I want to hear somebody else's. Let's hear Becky.
Oh, I was gonna say let's hear Damien. I think he was
Let's hear
wanting to talk.
Damien.
Ooh,
Well, I
yes,
think
Damien.
auto remarketing in a nutshell is just when we get repo cars in, just getting them back to their standards where they used to be when they was brand new, make them trying to look as good as possible for the dealers to come buy them and resell them to the public. That's part of it.
Yeah, I would say you want to increase the value of that car and get the most for it, so that the seller and whoever buys it is getting a good car that they can then turn around and sell. And so anything that you can do to help the value and increase the value of that car, I think would be part of the remarketing process. Whether that, and it starts with paint and body and detail, but it goes as far as pictures and all of the rest of that process.
Right. So see, we learned something 2 weeks ago. There was the Auction Academy show, and then we had Joel, Auto IMS, and he gave a
right.
great definition of consignor, right? So who's the consignor?
That was the one I was trying to think of. Exactly, the consignor.
Yeah. So what we're talking about, see that, just kind of trying to break this down and make it really digestible, okay? The auction is, to me, like a marketplace. They go and they find customers. Who's their customer? Their customer is a car dealer, a finance company, a bank, repo companies. So people, fleets, right? Got a lot of fleets, like Mike Buchanan, ARI. He's got a lot of inventory that he's got to manage, right? So the consignor makes a deal with the auction, especially consignors that have large volume, right? And the idea, what Becky's saying, what Jay's saying, Damien and myself are saying, the point of the I don't know the right way to say it, the value of the car being clean as it goes through the lane at the auction is really important for many reasons. And one of those many reasons is the cleaner the car, traditionally, the more it will bring at the auction, right?
Yes.
Hey, Moose, come on in.
Which is, and that's where, right, you're literally adding value to the vehicle just by cleaning it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And it's astounding how much value. And it's what's amazing is the amount of work, because I was with Ty at an auction, and we were watching the guy, you got the guy, like, just dragging trash out of the car. Then, now that you can see the seats, it's appalling.
Yeah.
God knows what it smells like, right?
Yes.
And that's just one car. And you multiply that by, I mean, what kind of volume are you guys bringing through daily, weekly?
Anywhere between 25, 30 cars a day. Depends on how big the sale. Sometimes we do work Saturdays, but it just depends on like what they got set for the sale and everything. So about 150 to 200 a week.
And so, Jay, that's going to depend on the location too, and the size of the auction and the amount of inventory that they have. So, some of our bigger auctions that might be running, where Damien's at, they've got, how many lanes you guys have that you run on detail, Damien? Is it 2, 3?
We just run them really out of just two lanes.
Right. And then we've got some locations that have 4 lanes. And so, they're obviously going to be running a whole lot more cars through those 4 lanes in a day than Damien's crew is running through 2 lanes. So it depends on the location and the needs of the auction. So that's ultimately, getting back to what Ty was talking about. It all depends on what the auction needs, and we're trying to help them and help their customers and make sure we sell some cars.
And so by what we do weekly, daily, by adding to the ecosystem, by bringing you in, you're another part of the ecosystem that interacts with, I assume at some point, there's detail guys waiting on transport to bring cars. Maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
In the auction world, like our sales every Wednesday. So Tuesday morning, we may get titles in for 12 more cars they want to throw in the sale. So just letting your guys know Tuesdays are our late days and just getting everything done for the sale to make sure the client and the customer is happy. Everything usually goes great.
And Jay,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Ty.
No.
I was going to say that kind of adds to what we bring to the auction. So, like he said, some days there's not going to be a ton of cars, and then other days they're going to be, especially day before the sale. You're going to get all the late ad cars or just cars that are coming in the day before the sale, and so we specialize in that, and our managers at our locations know how to manage the staff and be sure that we have people here on the right days and the right amount of people, and being sure that all the cars can get done for the sale.
Right. And I also want to say this too, is then when you increase the value of the vehicles through auto remarketing, auto reconditioning, the clients, in that sense, the benefactors of all that work, not only dealers and consigners and buyers, but the owners of the folks that hold the notes, the financial institutions. And that's why I brought it up. It seems like the more I hear and see the word auto remarketing, the more I see banks and lenders, right?
Right.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Those are the people that want to know where their car's at all the time. And then they want to know when it's sold and for how much all the time. Right?
Right.
Yes.
So we all have to answer kind of to somebody. There's always some kind of accountability. So whenever as a carrier, you're late and your phone's blowing up, there's a reason. That's what we try to encourage people to understand. People can get ugly and do when they think that their cars are going to be delivered on Thursday at 4 and you won't even pick up the phone. That's a problem. And here's why. Right here. Why?
And this is, and that's why, given that context, the carrier can't understand why, if you need to get this car moved so bad, where's the gate pass? Why did everybody go home? Why was the car moved to the back fence where there's a tree hiding everything? And so the better we can all communicate, and technology is hopefully helping us all. It's helping us right now. Without Zoom and YouTube, we wouldn't even be talking.
That is true. That is a good point. And I'm always Debbie Downer on technology, but I do agree. If we could just figure out how to give and it's a conversation nobody wants to have, this transparency. Where are you? Right?
Right. It's just communication.
Yeah. And and the people that have a lot of money and a lot of power, they have the ability to force transparency on people. So I would rather just communicate in the beginning and
kind of alleviate some of that stress, right?
Yeah. So that's kind of the message we preach a lot, because there's always so much going on behind the scenes, So you watch Jay's Thursday show, Dispatching Live, and you hear, yeah, go get it. It's a car. It runs and drives. And it turns out to be a truck that doesn't run and drive. Whoops. So what happened? Was somebody intentionally trying to make you have a bad day? I hope not, but it could be. But the more we as a carrier understand how things get messed up and why everybody wants us to hurry up, I think that might give us an advantage. Is that fair?
Right.
Yes.
I mean, that's going to be what's important to them. I mean, you're trying to help them get to their end goal. And so, like you said, the more you can communicate with them and kind of head that off, you're not left in that real uncomfortable situation. I mean, if you know you're going to be late and you're not going to be there when they think you're going to be there, then you probably need to let them know.
Yeah. I always say call, even if they're going to yell at you.
Sure. I'd rather call them than them call me.
Right. And just put it on speakerphone and go to a mall and be like, check this out. And this is where, because if you're hauling a 53-foot dry van, for the most part, you're dealing with a single container. But if you're loading 9 cars, you have 9 containers. You have 9 different children to manage, right? And if one of those containers, one of those cars, somebody said something that cost you an extra hour, it snowballs. And now no wonder the detailing guy doesn't have his cars, because that one car went crazy. And this is how logistics gets pretty unwound pretty fast.
I got a quick question for you guys. Are you guys seeing any your auctions? Are your auctions picking back up? Or are they open? What are you guys seeing?
Well, I'm saying that my auction has started back picking up slowly. We should be back. Right now, we picked up, I say 20%. Talk to the general manager, Brian and Derek. We should be back at more towards 50% later on this year, but we have been picking up lately.
Do you see your most of your auctions are independent, right?
Yes, the auction we're independent. Yes.
Well, we have some that aren't independent as well. We're several Manheim locations as well.
You are? Okay. Well, that's good to know, because I didn't, when you get into the bigger corporate arena, sometimes there's a lot of hoops to jump through. maybe. But you
Well,
made it.
and I was asking if digital auctions change the workflow at all. It might be a kind of a naive question, but I'll ask it anyways. Do digital auction processes change your workflow at all?
Well,
So
at my location, oh, go ahead, Becky.
No, go ahead.
Well, at my location, we actually, the dealer still comes and test drive the cars, look at the cars, see if any cars had any prior damage, to see how clean the cars actually are. But we do have a lot of online dealers now that actually bid online also, but we didn't really see a drop off of dealers actually coming up to our location.
Becky?
So I think it just depends on the platform and where the car is at, if it's actually going to make it to the auction. Does that make sense? So if it, if it is sold online through one of these platforms and never actually comes through the auction, then yes, that affects our workflow because we're not ever going to
Right.
touch that car or see that car.
There we go. So you might have lower volume due to
Right.
digital auctions. Yeah. Okay,
So
that's
it
interesting.
changes that mix of business.
And because that changes
Definitely.
transport in that now there are more. I think Skip, was posting on LinkedIn. I don't know if he called it nomadic cars. But anyways, there's less straightforward routes because now you've got more and different various pickup and delivery locations because now the digital auction has intervened what was otherwise a normal workflow.
Right.
But
And there's
Damien,
other,
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say there's other, and there's other businesses entering the marketplace too that are selling cars on different platforms like Carvana and Vroom. And, some of them are using the auctions. So that helps. So that still helps that volume there at the auctions on a retail level. It's a little different than the wholesale business, but it just changes. All the different entries into the marketplace have changed it quite a bit.
Right. Well, and what we've learned from any changes in business is maybe there's a hiccup, maybe there's a sputter, something changed, we have less volume. But if we ride through it, something else is going to happen. There'll be a reverse reaction. And now we're overloaded, which we're going to see at the end of this year. There's literally not going to be enough soap in the bucket.
Right. So all those cars are still out there, right? So they're still going to, somebody's got to recondition them and sell them and get them to where they need to go. So it's just going to be different avenues that it's done in. It's not going to be the traditional way we're used to. Or maybe it will. We don't know, do we?
I don't know. I watched that Mike Buchanan video again, Jay. I saw it, I don't know, it's 3-4 weeks old now, but I watched it again. And to hear a guy like that say, we're going to be back in the lanes gave me goosebumps. I mean, I haven't had a chance to talk to Mike about it. We should try to schedule a show, but I think a guy like that saying we're going back live into the auctions, that's good news, I think.
And Damien, Becky.
I was going to say, I think it's encouraging. And Jay, I think we were talking about this earlier and just saying people need that interaction. I think that the online sales are great and they provide a lot of convenience in a lot of situations. But Ty, I agree with you. I think it's encouraging to hear that, they say people will be back in the lane.
Yeah.
And they already are at a lot of places, especially all these independent auctions.
Well, the independents, see, I said when the
business as usual.
Yeah. When the whole thing started, we can go back and watch the tape. I'm in a transport parking lot saying these independent auctions are going to go through the roof. Now's their chance to go get all the accounts.
Yeah.
All the big accounts. And I know
And
a
I think a
couple
lot
that
of
actually
them did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A
Yeah.
couple of them actually did. I don't know. That's too loud. Sorry. I'll shut up. I'm going to hit the mute button.
Damien was just saying, right? Physical auctions.
Yes, we never slowed down at all. Once everything happened, we never slowed down. Dealers still came and they really enjoyed being able to, test drive the cars. But it was some safety precautions we did have to have with people getting in and out of cars and everything like that. But they really like just coming and being able to look at the cars, rub the cars. You see so many dealers actually touching on cars and just looking down the side of them. And that's what they really like to do.
Well, Becky kind of touched on, I had to hit the mute button. You may have said it and I didn't hear you, but I've been going to auctions for 20 years. And one of the key takeaways, every auction, there's cars. Yeah, they like to look at them. Yeah, they like to hear them, smell them, touch them, all that. But the one thing that you always see is a group of guys standing around talking. And I think the relational aspect of an auction goes so far. I mean, literally across the United States. I met that guy at the auction. He was here buying cars. He's friends with that guy. He introduced me to that guy. And then now we're all doing business together and everything's great. Or, oh no, watch out for that guy. Or, hey, have you tried this lately? This is one thing that we're doing that works really well for us. And it's that interaction that I think we're built to crave that, to need that. And I think by shutting the doors and making everybody go away and blah, blah, it might work and profits probably went through the roof. But at the same time, I think it might have been a dangerous move because some cars may not come back.
Well, and it's an opportunity, though, for the underdog, wherever that is and whoever that is, to go, yeah, that works for me. You go digital. Ooh. And I'm gonna go crazy with relationships.
Yeah. I like it.
I think that's in the pamphlet. Crazy with relationships. Go ahead and check that out. Mike at ARI. I do want to say this. Mike at ARI. I love that we've connected with him. You're right. We need to bring him back because the people he works with are those auto remarketing clients with money out. Right? Lots of vehicles, lots of money. Where's my car? And that's why it's so great to have the Black Widow guys aboard. It's amazing what's happening.
Yeah, it really is. It's all connecting. A lot of connections. And just meeting you guys, Becky and Damien, has been just one more, to have that connection. I mean, it works. And I talk to a lot of people. Jay talks to a lot of people. We've got starting to make more and more auction friends. That Academy show Jay
Academy.
did.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, those people are crazy good. So I think the auctions are going to make a comeback. That's my opinion. I've been saying it since they shut them down. So not changing my mind or my tune. I'm just saying I think the auction that opens the doors, allows people to come in and do business, will probably do really well.
Well, if you've seen what's happened at the restaurants lately, they are turning people away because they don't have enough staff to make enough food fast enough.
Yes.
That is what's happening at restaurants nationwide.
Yes.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day and to come on and share with us more about what you do. I think we'll probably either try to bring you back in on a Tuesday night or another Friday if you got time.
Absolutely. We'd love to. We appreciate you guys having us.
Great.
It was good
that
talking
would be
to
great. You. Yeah, let's get some more team members. Let's have a party.
Absolutely. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
We appreciate it, guys.
You too.
as well.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, and that is the end of the meeting and the show. I'll go ahead and end that meeting officially so they know what's going on. Wow. Let's go to the live chat. Need that close-up and touch of the car. Can't tell you how many times we lift a car for inspection, find damage, have to kick our car back to the auction, and we're stuck and goes to the auction. And that's the thing is there's a time and a place. LOL. I miss Lane 8 hot dogs. Go, man. Thank you, Kimberly. That was a great show. And really, we put the shows together and we hope for the best, but we know that the secret is we go to the trade shows. Me and Ty try to get to the trade shows when we can. Obviously during COVID couldn't do anything, barely leave the house. But We went to Car Conference in Vegas last month. That's where we met CARS Recon. That's where we got to meet Auction Academy, met several other groups. That's where we got to spend time with Black Widow Imaging. Can't say enough about trade shows and how it affects our business. But really, it's all about mining relationships and expanding the network and growing. And then, and that's why, having you in the live chat. Whether you're here live, whether you're on demand, or years later, you dug up a VHS tape and found Cars on the Move. Great. We'll take that too. So thank you so much for joining us today. Please do remember, you can grab this link, share it, send it to a friend, say, man, you missed that show? I can't believe it. It's Cars on the Move. We connect dealers, auctions, and carriers live every Friday at noon Central Time. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Let me know how I can help. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Don't forget to go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, tell your friends. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time today. Peace out, stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Thank you so much.